guys, how's it hanging? Today I am revealing your LGBTQ plus secrets. I apologize, this is a little repetitive. I made a revealing your secrets video last week, but I realized I have to do this now if I want to do it at all because June is almost over. It went by so fast. In a couple days, it is the anniversary of the first Pride Parade. It is also the anniversary of the Stonewall riots, which was a huge turning point in gay liberation and LGBTQ plus people gaining rights that they did not previously have and still do not completely have. The Stonewall riots were led primarily by Black trans women, and these are people who are still fighting for their rights. So as a white queer person who now reaps the benefits of the hard work, dedication, sweat, and tears of people who have brought us to where we are today, I believe it is my responsibility to continue the forward movement in gaining equality for people across the board, especially Black people. Because as Martin Luther King said, if there is injustice anywhere, it is a threat to injustice everywhere. I think that's the quote. I'm going to be donating all the AdSense money from this video to the Marsha P. Johnson Institute. I'm also going to be making this video a charity, so if you look to the right of the screen, there's going to be an area where you can donate money to the Marsha P. Johnson Institute. If you don't know what that is, I'm gonna tell you. The Marsha P. Johnson Institute helps employ Black trans people, build more strategic campaigns, launch winning initiatives, and interrupt the people who are standing in the way of more being possible in the world for Black trans people and all people. And now I'm going to just ruin the reputation of all gays by sharing your fucked up secrets. 2 steps forward and 40 steps back. When I was like 6 or 7, I always seen my mom and dad kiss for a few seconds, so when I went to tell my mom goodnight that night, I tried kissing her longer, but she pulled away. What? I now know that it's weird and gross. That's okay. I'm 13 now and I'm a lesbian, which is why you wanted to make out with your mom. But I love your vids so much and they always make me smile. Love you. I love you too, but not like that. I've always thought it was really weird when parents kiss their kids on the lips. Maybe it's because I didn't receive that type of affection. I don't mean to be shaming you or your parents or anyone who does that, but it's kind of fucking weird. So this isn't necessarily a secret, but when I was in high school, the long-standing Latin teacher for the school retired after my sophomore year, and a new Latin teacher started in the fall of my junior year. He was a really buff younger guy, and he had shown off one of his tattoos that was a set of Roman armor tattooed across his chest that he got because he loved Roman history so much. One day, one of my friends who had a Grindr was on the app during school when he noticed an online profile that was only a couple feet away from him. Grindr tells you how far you are from other people. He sent us all a screenshot of the profile to ask who it could be, and we immediately recognized the Roman armor tat. It was our teacher. Though we then knew our teacher was both queer and on Grindr at his job teaching minors, he's allowed to be queer and on Grindr and teach minors, but anyways, we never saw him messaging any students, so we kept it to ourselves. Fast forward to the next year when our teacher had basically become a meme to our friend group. One day I got another text from the same friend that found our teacher on Grindr, only to find out our Latin teacher in a shit ton of gay porn. Homie was really a high school teacher shooting porn on the side. We stan a queer sex positive icon, so we didn't really tell anyone about this either. Good. Someone else must have stumbled upon one of his videos though, because the principals found out a couple weeks after we did and the teacher resigned. He's now a full-time porn actor with some of the biggest gay porn companies like Straight Chasers and Kink.com. It was kind of stupid for him to use Grindr at school with his distinct tattoo in the picture, but honestly, cheers to him. Gain that grain, bench. I know I shouldn't say this, but there's something really arousing about a teacher being on a porn website. It's just the truth. Congratulations on this experience. That's awesome. I'm a girl, very important. Yes, girls are very important. Okay, one time in 2nd grade, I was in my class. Mind you, I did not know what being gay or lesbian was, and there was a girl in my class, and we were pretty good friends. One day, I don't know why, but I was sitting next to her in class, and we were learning and doing our additions and subtractions, and I said, "Hey, do you want to kiss?" And she said, "Yeah." And I got my sweater and put it over our heads in class and we kissed. That is like the epitome of being a naughty child. I relate. I probably was in like kindergarten and I was like, "Do you want to go maybe kiss in the playground?" But it was like a little peck LMAO. Fast forward 4 years later, she had moved, but I seen her at an orchestra concert and I said hi and she pretended like if we didn't have a magical moment. I mean, it couldn't have been magical. You guys were children. Haha, now I'm a 17-year-old lesbian. What a world. What a world. wild. So 2 years ago, my best friend and I were shopping and we bought these cute outfits, and then when we got home, we went to try them on, and while she was changing, I walked in on her and I saw her naked, and one thing led to another. I fucked my best friend. Also, am I gay? You're probably a little gay if you fucked your best friend. Yeah. I don't think we need to look at sexuality as if it's binary. You're on the scale of homosexuality. Most of us are. I can fit 8 Crayola glitter glues up my pussy. Oh, and I found out my dad's a closeted gay man and he's bribing me not to tell my mom. There's so much in that one sentence. A lot to unpack out of your pussy. That's weird. Yeah, that's a situation. What would you guys do? I mean, it's your dad's right to share that information when he's ready, so it kind of makes sense. But I'm curious what he's bribing you with. Crayola glitter glues? Perhaps? I used to live in Arizona when I was younger. I was 6, and my dad's friend's daughter was 10 at the time. Anyways, I kind of forgot her name. We'll call her Stressica. So Stressica and I used to play in my big ass backyard because Arizona, and just generally fuck around. My house had a big shed and we weren't allowed inside of it or behind it. Of course we did just that. One time while we were playing behind the shed, she told me, if you rub this leaf on anything, it tastes just like whatever you want it to. My dumbass 6-year-old self was like, yeah, okay. Then she rubbed the leaf on her pussy and told me to lick her, so I did. Should I be reading this to the internet? I don't know. And I was like, this does not taste like mac and cheese. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna say that from now on to anyone who I have a sexual, intimate relationship with. This does not taste like mac and cheese. I didn't remember this until last year, and now I don't know if that's like illegal. Anyways, I'm gay now, so this is both the story of how I was used for another girl's sexual pleasure and my first gay experience, I guess. I don't know how I should feel about this. Yeah, I don't know. How do you feel about it? You obviously just gotta figure that out yourself. I feel a little uncomfortable. This is a low-key nasty one, surprise, surprise, haha. But when I was a second year in my high school, for some reason, whenever my class had PE, just when we were all focused on running, sports, you know, I would go for a bathroom break when actually I'd go to the men's changing room and would secretly smell their underwear and shirts, hee hee, wink face. I've been continuously doing this every PE lesson we had for 2 months and no one has ever suspected or thought anything possible as such. Sorry, mom and dad and classmates, but I was gay and what did you expect? Not that. This is the kind of shit that makes people afraid of their gay friends being creeps. There are creeps of all sexualities. It's true, and you're one of them. I had a boyfriend who didn't know I was bisexual. One day we somehow came up with the topic about LGBT community, and it turned out he was homophobic. If you're homophobic, you're probably gay. Just saying. He started insulting LGBT and saying horrible things, and I just kept silence. That shit broke my heart. I kept dating him for a month, even though I lost all my interest and because I didn't know how to break up with him. Well, guess what? I left him for a girl I like, and he was so shook because she is his fucking ex, and she also left him because he was homophobic. They were dating a year before him and I were. Fuck you. And thank you for helping me realize that I am in fact a lesbian. I'm happy with my girlfriend, and we know you still miss us both. Homophobic? Boom! Your exes are dating each other, motherfucker. That's karma. That is karma. So I'm transgender, female to male, and trans guys usually wear something called a packer, basically a fake flaccid dick. I have a few stories about it. I once forgot it in my friend's sink and only realized afterwards, since it's weird to ask if he had seen my dick. I lied that I forgot my phone charger just to grab my packer on the way out. Once someone accidentally hit me with a heavy purse on the subway in the crotch. Since my dick is fake, it didn't hurt, but everyone else suspected it should. So I faked it being hurt, but it was obvious that I was acting, so I got some weird looks. The last one is that one time my packer became lopsided and I had an anxiety attack about my dick not at the right angle. No one noticed my lopsided dick, but everyone noticed my hyperventilating, and one person asked if she should call the ambulance. That's it. Have a nice day. Thank you, I will. You too. I don't have a packer, so I would never consider these instances, but you experienced them. So thank you for sharing. I love perspective. Perspective, yeah! My first masturbation experience was when I was maybe 13, 7th grade. I am 19 now, graduating class of 17. In middle school, I was hearing a lot of stories about my classmates and their already striving self-pleasurings. Between these stories, I heard others about internet stars who use vegetables to masturbate. My dumbass used a goddamn green bean. Green bean, oh man. Like that would do something. I wasn't impressed. Makes sense. About 6 years ago, 10 sexual partners, 8 being people with dicks, and lots of queer questioning anxiety later, just within the first month of the year, I've discovered I am a transgendered man who is pan-romantic and is only sexually interested in people with vaginas at the moment. That might change in the future, but I'm happy with the person I am despite dysphoria and other mental complications. Anyways, I'm still not impressed by penetration. All my sexual partners have been different sizes, and for a long time I thought it was just bad experiences. But after I invited a coworker to spend the night the other night, I realized it was me all along. He was a pretty fucking decent lay for a guy. Of course I had to finish myself off while he smoked a cig outside. Eye roll. Ugh. Men. Let a girl finish! He's super chill though, and I'm glad I found out with him and not some nutbag fuckhead. Hate a nutbag fuckhead. Ugh, they're the worst. I've had some pretty bad experiences and I thought that meant I was gay, but I think it really just meant that I had some shit to work through. And then I worked through it and now I'm perfect. This isn't going to be weird like the others. I just need to get this off my chest, pun intended. I'm transgender and I haven't told anyone yet. My parents are gender phobic, so I'm terrified that if I come out to them, they'll kick me out. I can't get a binder without them knowing, so I use sport bras even though they don't make my chest fully flat. It's just better than a bra. Dysphoria sucks. I wish it was easier. Damn, I'm really sorry that you have to experience this. I wish I could give you words of wisdom, but I don't have experience with it and I don't know your parents. My heart goes to you. And if there are other people struggling with similar issues, you should talk in the comments down below and make friends. Please. Sorry, the cat's really distracting me. It's like, read the room, you know what I mean? So I'm transgendered male and I'm pansexual, but my mom's side of the family is Christian and my dad's side of the family is Jehovah's Witnesses, so I'm basically fucked when I go to the next family reunion. Yeah, like you and the person I just read about, you guys should connect in the comments down below. My college friend has been queer baiting me since last fall, but now that she's been forcing me to come home for quarantine, she can't seem to face me. I've been going nuts and skating, yeah, I know, I'm rad as shit, past her house because I'm petty and I want her to see that I'm doing well. Fuck you, Charlotte. Charlotte's doing her best, okay? I always remind myself of that when I am mad at someone for being a shithead. I'm like, you know what? They're doing their best. And the most I can do is withdraw my energy and take my power back and stop giving my power to other people. My eye is twitching. I'm gonna take that as a sign from the universe that I'm right about everything always. This is how I accidentally came out to my theater department. So, I am a gay. I am a gay. And one time we were sitting in health watching this video about intersex people. So it was about this woman who was intersex and they were just showing all these pictures of her when she was on estrogen. Then they showed her now. And let me tell you, she was very hot. I had a second of gay panic. If you're gay, you know that phase. And then immediately stopped because I'm not out of school yet. So I looked away and see that one of my kind of friends from theater is looking at me with his suspicious face. Pretty sure she's LGBTQ too. And then later in rehearsal, she asked if I was wearing rainbow Vans, and I was like, shoot, but I can't really lie because I literally am. So yeah, now I'm out to only my theater department. I feel like that's the easiest place to start, is coming out to the theater department. It's like, everyone is gay in theater. You're like not even involved in theater. You guys like, hey, thank you all for giving me your time. I just wanted to let you know I'm gay. And they're like, who are you? But at least you practice, you know? Theater kids will accept you. Most of my family's really homophobic. Luckily I have a really supportive mom though. And they made sure to let me and my cousins know this from a young age. But here's the thing, to their horror, all 6 of us are LGBT. We've got a trans lesbian, butch lesbian, gay guy, non-binary lesbian, and I'm a bi-trans guy. We thought our last cousin was straight, but it turns out she's asexual, which means she doesn't experience romantic or sexual attraction to anyone. Family reunions are hilarious. Half of our relatives don't even go anymore. We scared them away, lol. One time my aunt tried to do a fucking cleansing on one of us where she sprayed holy water and recited passages from the Bible. Really? Oh my god, that is just not, that's not cute. You should have been like, hey, and then sprayed her in the face because she's the one who needs the cleansing from her hateful heart. Help me out, please. Okay, so I always thought I was pan, but me just vibing in my room all day long got me thinking, and I realized that I'm not attracted to girls. Like when I see a hot, cute, or just my type girl, I don't feel anything at all. If it were to have, you know, sex, I wouldn't mind that at all. I mean, I can have sex with girls, guys, non-binary people, trans people, you name it, but I'm only attracted to guys or trans people for the moment. So what's my fucking sexuality? I'm hella confused. Sad face. Like anything, I think sexuality can change over time. And that does not mean you're going through a phase, but if you're curious curious and confused. I feel like we should all be open to the idea that we may like different things at different points in our lives. All the kids at school make fun of me for being non-binary, especially this one girl named Bianca. Fuck Bianca. I really wanted to get back at Bianca in some way, but I didn't know what to do. I decided to go onto Facebook and make an account under Bianca's name. I took a bunch of pictures from her Instagram and uploaded them to the Facebook profile. I then contacted all of our teachers at school saying things like, my balls ache for you, and I want to feel your hands on my genitals, and stuff like that. Bianca got in a lot of trouble and they never knew it was me. Kinda glad. That's awesome. It's not awesome. Don't fuck with people's lives like that, but I guess it sounds like Bianca deserved it. Why is Bianca just like inherently a mean girl name? Also, like I'm not remotely surprised that her name's Bianca. Sorry, are any of you guys named Bianca and do you have a heart? Let me know. I fell in love with my best friend, but I don't know if she likes girls. It is my first year at my new school, 8th grade, and at the beginning I liked this boy, who I still like, but he dated my friend. They broke up after a week and I don't want to date either of the people I like because I'm afraid of ruining my friendships. I should probably tell them by the end of the school year since we were all moving to different high schools next year. I'm afraid of ruining amazing friendships because both of these people make me laugh until my sides ache for hours. Only 2 friends know I like these people, but none of them know I like both these people. I told one friend I liked the girl and another friend I liked the boy. I do not know what to do, but when I think of both of them, I smile at the stupid shit we do, and I cannot choose one over the other. I think I may be demisexual or pan, but I've only ever fallen in love with people I'm best friends with. It is a difficult situation when you want to be romantic with someone you're friends with, because it does run the risk of ruining the relationship. Is there a solution to that problem? I don't know. Maybe honesty, direct communication. Maybe you guys can all date each other. That would be cool. Just a pitch. Just working in the writer's room here. I don't know. It's your life. You write it. All right, here it goes. So basically, I'm a huge dyke. I've known for a while. I've been trying to drop hints on my parents for over a year. For example, I told them I was liberal and support the LGBTQ plus community. Most of my family are religious conservatives. I asked for a t-shirt with what basically was a pride flag with some Steven Universe characters on it, my favorite show, and I unwrapped this shirt in front of my family on Christmas. And I dressed like a lesbian too. T-shirt over hoodies, lots of beanies and caps, sometimes backwards. I literally have a rainbow pin on my backpack. I know my dad wouldn't mind too much, but my mom definitely would not be happy. She's super religious and raised conservative. I'm completely open about it at school. I literally have a girlfriend. I plan to tell them when I'm financially independent. Anyways, love your videos. Man, that's a bummer that you have to wait until you can support yourself to come out to your family. It makes me sad. One time I flipped off a homeless guy and I feel really bad about it. I was going to Pride and all I saw on his cardboard sign was God. So without thinking, I immediately flipped him off. I hope he's doing better. You must have been holding on to a lot of anger for that to pop out. Yeah, I would feel really bad about it too. Damn, what the fuck? The guy's homeless. You really need to flick him off? Sorry, I don't mean to make you feel worse, but also, God does not hate gays. Institutionalized religious gods hate gays. Just to be clear. My older brother used to date my best friend, who's my age. Me and him are only 2 years apart, so it's fine, lol. But she broke up with him because he's a bad kisser. And he's kind of gross, lol. Now me and her are friends with benefits, but it's fine because her and my brother didn't do much sexually because she thought he was gross, so it's not weird. He's salty though because his little sister pretty much got his bitch. Happy Pride Month, LMAO. Cheers. Cheers to stinky boys not getting what they want. Me and my girlfriend snuck into my school during a volleyball game and hung up gay pride flags everywhere. It was a religious school and the principal threatened to expel whoever hung up that gay shit. I regret nothing, as you should regret nothing. Fuck your principal. Fuck all homophobes. Duh! If you're homophobic, that's your next endeavor. Play my song on the school speakerphone and dedicate it to your principal. Disguise it as you're doing something nice. Maybe it's like your principal's birthday and you're like, we have something that we planned for you. And then it's like, if you're homophobic, you're probably gay. This morning my mom sent me a text that she meant to send her boyfriend. Oh God. I was sleeping while this happened. My mom decided to sneak into my room while I was sleeping to try to delete the text. She couldn't figure out my password though. When I woke up, I had a pretty disturbing text message to read, to say the least. But that's not the worst part. The worst part is that I changed my background for Pride the night before. I still haven't came out yet, but I'm terrified of what my mom would do. So while my mom was trying to get onto my phone, she saw my background. This is how I came out to my mom. She won't talk to me now, sad face. She won't talk to you because you had a gay fucking phone background and she sexted you. I feel like you guys are even. If she's uncomfortable, you two are uncomfortable. Why don't you just meet in the middle and be fine. Holy shit, where do I even start? So I found out my ex-best friend said some really fucked up shit about my girlfriend behind my back. She said that she would never accept me as a trans man because she thinks my girlfriend pushed that ideology onto me. And despite the fact I've been out for 7 years and I've only met my girlfriend about 5 years ago now, and I was best friends with that person for 10 years, so I went to her house like a crazy bitch I am. I asked her if what she said was true. She said yes, and was actually proud of it. Later that night, I gathered up a group of friends to go egg her house and pour milk in the yard so it would rot, which it probably won't since it's cold here all the time in Alaska. And we did it at like 2 a.m. And even more iconic, we did it during Pride Month. Trans rights, bitch! You disrespect us, you get egged! May I suggest that instead of throwing eggs, little baby birds, at people's houses, we throw something else. Maybe you could fill water balloons with juice so it's sticky, or you could throw glitter, because that's gay and also like really hard to remove. No need to waste eggs on people who don't even deserve the eggs. I'm gay, and my parents kind of hate me because of it. So when my boyfriend and I graduated from high school, we bought a ton of pride flags and put them around my parents' house to make them upset. Then we thought, what would make my parents even more upset? So to make them more upset, we had sex on their bed and put pride flags in their room. To this day, I haven't talked to my parents since I graduated, and my boyfriend and I are engaged, so yeah. Wait. You were trying to upset them by having sex in their bed. Does that mean they saw you having sex in their bed, or was this just like a silent, revengeful act? You know, like I need to understand. Did you film it and then give them the CD? I really hope not. I'm disintegrating into the earth. So I gotta go. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and subscribe. I upload videos almost every Thursday, and I'll see you next week. Bye. If you're homophobic, you're probably gay. You say that it's disgusting, but you really just want some